a quad palette, which you get for free with 4 tins. You would either get a main highlight and a brightener highlight and cut off the illuminator, or you would do a main highlight, contour, lip and cheek, and illuminator. So you're gonna have these 3 no matter what. So I'm just gonna do with these, with my 30-second hack and my finger, and then I'll probably use my perfector sponge as well at the end to help blend. So all you really need to get started, you don't have to have this, but it helps a little bit with the blending, is 4 tins, $14 each for the tins. The quad compact comes for free with those 4 tins. The one of the brushes, this one is the 30-second hack and it's $35. And the perfector sponge is only the pointed side for my contour. And you kind of have to press a little bit harder with the contour because it is stickier, and it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to stick to your face a little bit better. Because you don't want to blend it away. And you want to find your cheekbone right in the hollow of your cheekbone. You don't want to go any lower than the middle of your ear. You don't want to go any lower than the corner of your cheek or your lip, and you don't want to go past the colored part of your eye. That's kind of the area that you want when you use contour. So, and you can apply the basic hack very quickly. I will not be applying it quite as quickly just because I am talking and applying, and well, not everyone can walk and chew gum at the same time. So, all right, so there we go. If you want to accent your cheekbones or your the apples of your cheeks so you don't have them, I do. So I don't really need to swoop under. I actually go longer most of the time. So if you go down more, you're gonna get a more elongated face. If you curl in, you're gonna get those little bit of a plumper apple of your cheek. It's gonna accent that a little bit more. So that's kind of depending on the look that you want, what you wanna do. And then you wanna go on the edging of your face. So, and it's gonna look a little dark until I use the perfector. Do you think that was subtle enough? All right. He's playing video games, so who knows? He might just be in his own little world. Okay. And then you wanna go along the edge of your jaw. I'm gonna actually swipe you guys out of the way, your comments for now. Nobody's really talking anyway, and then I can see my face a little bit better. So I like to connect it. Some people just go right up under. It really is just a preference, and the more you use it, the more you'll discover where you like to use your contour. This is the basic recommendation for the contour. That and down the sides of your nose. So I'm going to very gently, very lightly, just hit, I don't have enough on there. Hit the edges of my nose. And it's cream, so it wipes away very easily if you try until it's set, and then you're good to go. All right, and then I like to do just a little bit right under my lip because it plumps it up a little. All right, there we go, that looks good. All right, so then I'm gonna go into my highlight color, which is the color closest to your complexion. And I'm just gonna kind of stipple in the areas where I didn't do the contour. And I like to kind of get a nice line there, and underneath it kind of separates those colors real nicely. And I'm just stippling it on because you don't need a whole lot. And it helps keep you from putting too much on your face. Here we go. And you just want to get right up under there. And they will blend together nicely with the Perfector sponge. And then you want to go across your forehead. And if I was using a brightener highlight, I would go in these areas with it and right in here and down my nose. But since I'm not using a brightener this time, I'm just gonna take my regular highlight, and I'm definitely stippling underneath my eye. I don't wanna swipe it all because I already have my color correction, which is my lip and cheek as well, Frenchie. And I've never actually used Frenchie on my lips or my cheeks, so we'll see how that turns out on me. And now you might be noticing I look a little discolored. It's just because it hasn't settled into my skin yet. So cream warms up to your skin, and once you blend, it really does blend nicely. Some people have watched like portions of videos before and they're like, oh, it makes her look so yellow or so orange. But if you have the right color, that's just gonna meld into your skin and that tinge is gonna go away. So I still have my contour there. You don't want to cover that up. All right, and then I'm just gonna do a line down my nose. And the reason I do the line down my nose and the contour there is because I like to thin it. So you do need a little bit of highlight on the sides, because if you bring that down too far, you're actually gonna make your nose look wider. And then you can use it to prime for eyeshadow, or if you're not gonna use eyeshadow, it just helps make everything look cohesive. And then of course, right up here in the middle, there we go. So, basic hack here. All right, so I have all of the colors that I'm gonna use. Now I gotta get a little bit of lip and cheek. So I just kind of brush off a little bit just because I got too much on there. And I dab into Frenchie. You don't need a whole lot because they're super pigmented. And it goes right on the apples of your cheeks. Ooh, I can already smell the illuminator because they're right beside each other. That perfume smells beautiful. And I like a lot of color, especially since Frenchie is a very subtle pink. It looks nice on my cheeks. I might use this more often. And again, it's gonna kind of sink into your skin a little bit. It does not feel heavy if you've never used this before, so don't freak out. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. What do we think of that color? I love that I can just use it for everything. There we go. It's actually kind of fun. I usually use darker reds because of my hair, because of how dark my hair is, but it's kind of fun. Okay, and now I'm going to take my not damp Perfector sponge. Don't be like me, you want to dampen it. And I'm gonna try and blend in here. Actually, since it's not damp, I'm gonna have to blend with my brush, which is fine. You just very gently and lightly with the contour, you just kind of want to flick up a little bit. And down here, you kind of just want to go gently in circles. And then again, with the contour, just kind of flick it up. You don't want to come down because that's going to kind of defeat the purpose of the push up underneath the cheekbones. And then kind of bring this down. I haven't been outside much this week and I feel like maybe my tan's starting to go away. We'll see. Hopefully this will not look too dark. I lose my tan very easily. And then here you just kind of want to gently go up and down your nose for that highlight color in the middle, and then just kind of blend up a little bit on the sides to get that contour blended in. And then the Perfector's really nice because then you can kind of press everything together. I should have been able to use this to blend, but because I didn't wet it, it wasn't really blending properly. And it does give you a little bit of a dewy look. That's one of the beauties of the cream makeup, because it's gonna give you a more natural look. If you don't like the dewy look, we do have a setting powder that you can put in your T-zone or even all over, depending on how comfortable you are with it. And then of course I need a little illuminator. And again, this is rose gold, and it's number 2 perfume. It smells so pretty. I like to put a little bit on my perfector sponge, and then I just dab right here around my eye so you can see how it's really catching the light now. It's harder to see on here, but in person it's really pretty. We also have powder ones that pop a little bit more. They're less subtle than the cream. I like to go down my nose a little bit. And I saw somebody do this and I was doing it wrong. You can put a little bit on your Cupid's bow, so then it catches the light right there. And some people even like to put a little bit right in there, so it catches it in all the places you want it to catch. All right, and this is where I wish I had my bronzer, just because I guess I do need to color back down. I lost my tan just like that in a few days. All right, but you see how the Frenchie covered it up? It's on my cheeks, it's on my lips. Some people like to put the illuminator right in the middle of your lip. Gives you an extra little shine there, which is really nice. And that's it. I mean, that is a basic hack. It's super, super simple, super quick, super easy. So I'm actually gonna throw in a little bit more, just because I like a lot of cheek. There we go. Love it. All right, that's it. That is the basic hack. So again, just for a quick recap, each of the tins is $14. You don't have to replace them all whenever you need something new. You see how my main highlight's getting low? Just in the middle. I can actually heat this up because it's a cream, stir it with a toothpick, and get a lot easier. It'll kind of melt down back into the middle, and I'll show that tip at some point too. And then say I run out of just the one, because you're gonna use your main highlight more than say your illuminator. It's actually hard to get with just your fingernail. So one of the nice uses of the tin covers, this is from the perfume, is you can actually just slide it. There we go. So I use the lid to pop out the illuminator. And then say I'm out of it, I can take this out, pop it back in. If I want to change colors, if I want to change my lip and cheek and keep this compact in my purse, I can. And then just pop that right back in. All right, guys, you guys have a great night. I'm gonna let you go, and thank you for joining. You all have a wonderful evening.